Hello everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Colosseum. In our last episode, we journeyed to Phoenix City, and we rescued Misty. Now, as you remember, we must go to the mayor's house. So, let's do that right now. And as we get to the door, it stops, and the door opens. And out comes... Holy shit, it's Riku, and he's possessed by Ansem again. Oh god, is power really that much important to you? And he goes away, and now we'll enter the mayor's house. Great god. Why is the mayor in almost every video game and movie fat and look like a beach ball? His name is Sshadow. And you see, she says that, she says she saw a peculiar Pokemon. And it's a Pokemon with a black aura, like a fighting machine. And of course, the mayor doesn't believe her. I mean, who would if you say that, something like this? And of course I'm going to be leaving the dialogue up for a little while so you can read it. But because this is post-commentary, that makes it a little hard for me to read it for you, so I apologize for not reading it. And he says he will look into the matter, and then tells you to go to the Pokemon Stadium. Which is just right in the back of the city. So we will do that right now. And the stadium is just up these stairs. Pretty cool. Like it's an oasis, so like there's water all over the place. They kind of really take advantage of that. And the woman at the desk tells you that the current challenge has already started, and you cannot enter the Pokemon Stadium challenge yet. So we will come back later for that. And you leave and you are stopped by a bunch of baldies. And they call you a double-crossing traitor? What? That you ripped off the snag machine? And it is revealed that yes, you are a member of Team Snag'em. And that you are a snagger. That your job wasn't to snag trainers' Pokemon. Is it true? I say it is. But I would really like to see what happens if you say no. I've actually never done it. Maybe I'll do it in my next playthrough of this game, but that won't be recorded, and I will let you guys know what is actually said. Do you really have something like that? What do you think is on my arm, Misty? And the snag machine turns ordinary Pokeballs into snag balls, and that allows you to steal other trainers' Pokemon. However, you cannot use it on every Pokemon. The game won't let you, or I should say, Misty won't let you. And you enter a battle. Team Snag'em walk-in. And he chooses Corphish and Coughing. And that shouldn't be a problem, for we have an Umbreon and an Espeon. And now, I actually make a mistake here, and I use Secret Power on Corphish, but a confusion on Coughing is not the bad choice. The bad choice was doing the Secret Power on Corphish, because it doesn't really do that much damage to it. You can see here, it does very little damage. But he uses Bubble, which actually hits both of your Pokemon, and it does even less damage. There's barely any on Umbreon, and also barely any on Espeon. And then I decide to use Bite on Corphish and Return on Corphish. For Return does greater damage if the Pokemon really likes you. And your Pokemon have been with you for a while, so I figured it's probably going to do a lot. And it did do quite a good amount of damage, and Umbreon finished him off with a Bite. And Espeon grows to level 26. And now we defeat Team Snag'em walk-in. And they then decide to just leave after one battle. And yes, you left Team Snag'em, so you are actually a former member of Team Snag'em. And so now, Misty, or whatever you name the girl, tells you that you should go buy Pokeballs. So let's go do that right now. Now, of course, we'll have to go to the mart, which is right down here. You go past the mayor's house and down the stairs, and the mart is just right here. However, you cannot buy Pokeballs here, as you're about to see. Pokeballs are not an option to buy, so what you must do is you first go upstairs, and then you go talk to this guy right here, and he says no one sells Pokeballs around here, but the guy at the outskirts stand used to sell them. So let's go talk to the guy at the outskirts stand. Now, I am not sure if you need to talk to that guy at the mart before going to the outskirts stand to be able to get Pokeballs, but you can try going right to the outskirts stand if you wish, but if you can't get Pokeballs, then go back to Phoenix City and talk to the guy on the second floor of the mart. As you can see, Wiley is still there. And you go inside and talk to the guy at the counter. And now, Misty is the one who is going to ask him about Pokeballs. Okay. And he tells him there's no need for Pokeballs around here, but he finds them. And here you get Pokeballs, some Pokeballs for free. You get 5. Just like in almost every other game. You get 5 free Pokeballs to start. And now you are able to purchase Pokeballs at the Outskirts stand. So I decided I was going to buy some more. I decided to buy 5 more Pokeballs to give me 10 Pokeballs. And I bought 5 Great Balls. Just to have a plentiful supply of Pokeballs. And here we go. Now we're head back to Phoenix City. Oh, and as you can see, Misty now rides Shotgun instead of Espeon and Umbreon. And this woman stops you as soon as you enter Phoenix City, and she says that now there are some scary men in town. So you must go to the mayor's house now. To continue on. And this time, no one stops you when you get near the door. You just go in. And now you see the Afro dude. And his name is Mirror B. I imagine this guy has some like kind of like Pegasus type voice, you know, like from Yu-Gi-Oh! Or something like that. Just the way he is and like just what he says, it just seems like he would have that kind of voice. Creepy. Oh Lord. Alright. And he says he's gonna return to Pyrite. Let the music spin. And now you get some kind of Mexican music. It's weird. And these guys just leave. Alright. Now Foley says he's gonna battle you again. So you must battle Mirror B Peon Foley. Remember him? The guy with 2 Wishmers? But now he has a Lotad instead of one of his Wishmers. But we still have Umbreon and Espeon. So let's take this guy out. And now I forgot to mention this last time. As you can see, there are 4 options: Fight, Items, Pokemon, and Call. Now Call is different. Normally you would see Run there. What Call does is, well, we'll get to that a little later on what its true purpose is, but what Call could also be used for is it can wake up a sleeping Pokemon, so there is no need to buy Awakenings. So if your Pokemon's asleep, just select the Call button and you will call their name and it will wake up. Lotad doesn't absorb on Umbreon, gets very little HP, and Wishmer does a pound on Espeon. So now I decide to bite Wishmer and use Return on Lotad. And I defeat Lotad. And Umbreon uses Bite on Wishmer. And there it goes down. And I defeat Mirror B Peon Foley. Way to go, me. And now, the second guy wants to battle you, and his name is Trudley. And here comes the battle. He's got a Dust Skull and a Spinnerack. Now this seems very easy because you got an Umbreon and an Espeon. So you have the type advantage. But notice, he has a third Pokemon. What could that be? Well, I use Confusion on Spinnerack because it is a poison type and it will be super effective. And I take it out in one blow. And now you find out what his third Pokemon is, and it is a Makuhita. But wait, it has a dark aura around it. Yes, this is what the game is about. This is known as a Shadow Pokemon, which you will actually learn about later. Shadow Pokemon are different from other Pokemon. And now you find out that you have to catch this Pokemon. What the game is all about. You must catch all the Shadow Pokemon in the game. And I use Bite on Dust Skull, but it actually survives. But now, here's the one thing. Makuhita, being the first Shadow Pokemon, has a 100% catch rate. So all you need to do is throw a Pokeball at it right away and you will catch it. But this is only for Makuhita. All of the Shadow Pokemon, it won't work. Well, it might if you get very lucky. And notice, you can throw a Pokeball at it even though there are two Pokemon on the field. As most games, you will see that it will say you cannot throw a Pokeball when there are because there's more than one target and it's hard and you can't aim. But in this game, you can, which makes it a lot easier. And I take out his Dust Skull with a Confusion. And I defeat Mirror B Peon Trudley. Yes, and we snagged his Pokemon successfully. So now they run away, and Misty does a little jump for joy that we snagged the Pokemon. Right. Well, that is the end for part 2 of Let's Play Pokemon Colosseum. I will see you all in part 3.